everybody, this is David Specht, and welcome to episode 8 of the Driving with Dave show. Today I want to talk to you about change. We all have heard the quotes about change. You know, I think it was Gandhi who said, be the change that you want to see in the world, and change is inevitable, and if you're not changing, then you're going backwards, and all of those things. And while most of us understand the need for change, sometimes we're just resistant to it because it's uncomfortable. When you think about resistance to change, a lot of times we think in terms of a team that's resistant to the change that leadership wants to make, or they push back against change and would rather go with status quo. But in addition to those types of people, leaders have problems with change. They don't want to rock the boat, or they don't want to be that guy, the guy who comes in and changes everything because of, some experiences that they've had, where they got pushed back, or maybe when they were in a lower leadership position, they got their wings clipped because they were doing too much change at once. But I'll tell you that sometimes you just got to fight the resistance and make the change anyway. And I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you about this. When change is necessary, when change is required, those of us in leadership just have to bite the bullet and understand that, you know what, this is what has to happen. Without change, you will die. It is just that simple. A child who remains a child becomes an immature adult. The change that they make through experiences, through education, through life, is what's called maturity. And if your business is to mature, you're going to have to change and grow, even if it is uncomfortable. I know this has been a little bit of a short episode, but I really feel like the idea of bringing change home, making it happen, doing your due diligence to make sure change takes place, and that status quo is never status quo in your organization, I believe, is the key to long-term success. That'll do it for this episode of the Driving with Dave show. Remember, you can reach me on my website at www.davidaspecht.com. You can follow me on Facebook. You can find my YouTube channel, or maybe you already have. And you can follow me on Twitter at TheBizTools. Until next time, remember, applied knowledge is power. Bye-bye.